Everybody, welcome back to my channel. It's been so long since I made a video or even thought about making a video, but I am back and I am better with more. I'm going to start posting more since I have nothing to do. But yeah, so this video is going to be super duper long, just warning you now. I'm just going to be talking. I'm letting you know I'm just going to be talking. So it's been a few changes since my last video. My last video I was at school. Now I'm home, not just for summer break. I am currently 18 weeks pregnant and I moved back in March, and it's been a hell of a ride. So much I'm going to get into later, but just a little update. Back home with my parents. I will be starting school back in August. I decided to finally narrow it down to teaching, something I've always wanted to do, just never wanted to pursue it. I don't know why, but it finally clicked that that's something I need to do. So like I said, I'm 18 weeks pregnant, and this has been by far the hardest thing I've had to deal with, because I never had to take as much responsibility as being a mom or mom-to-be, whichever one you want to do. It requires a lot of responsibility that I never had to take. And so I'm 19, and so I'm learning very quickly to grow up. When I moved back in March, I started having some health problems, and it caused a lot of hospital visits, and that's when I found out I was diagnosed with hyperemesis, and which is extreme vomiting, like can't even hold down water. I take a sip and throw it up. Like, it was so gross and so bad. My stomach was hurting so much just from the constantly throwing up. And I was throwing up so much that my esophagus was scratched and it was bleeding, so I was throwing up blood too. It was wild. And then after more hospital visits, I found out that I had an inflamed gallbladder. And it was so inflamed, they told me I needed surgery. And my first thought was, hold up, I'm pregnant. You know, your gallbladder is right here. And I'm like, that's, close to my stomach. I was, worried, things like that. And the first doctor that told me I needed surgery, he was like, basically, you can't have it right now. If you have it right now, your baby will die. And I'm just like, first of all, sir, you gotta say it like that. Like, it was very hard to hear that, And then after talking to more doctors, he was like, well, you have to wait until you're 14 weeks. And at the time, I was 9 weeks. So I'm just like, I just have to endure all this pain because my hyperemesis was bad by itself. But my gallbladder was also causing me to throw up and the nausea and things like that. So basically, it was a combination of both, which made me so sick and so bad. I feel so bad. And so I got prescribed a whole bunch of medicines that didn't work, that I still have. I just want to show you guys, like, how much medicines I had to take on the daily, and it was really stressful. It was hard. I was sick. This is my acid reflux, and I had them labeled. This was for nausea, steroid as well, another steroid, and this was a nausea medicine. So I had all these medicines I had to take on the daily, round the clock, and it was just like, it was horrible. So then I started having longer hospital visits, and like, I was there for days at a time. I was at a specific women's hospital just for my baby. But the whole time during this whole issue was nothing wrong with my baby, nothing wrong with him at all. It was just me. But by the grace of God, a few days, I was in the hospital for my surgery, and 2 days before my surgery, I stopped throwing up. Mind you, during this time of me throwing up, only time I was able to hold something down was when I was in the actual hospital and I had IV in and I had liquids like that. So 2 days before my surgery, I was like, hold on, I'm hungry. Mind you, I hadn't been hungry all that whole time, so I'm just like, where is this coming from? Like, I didn't have my surgery yet, so how am I feeling better? So I was like, I'm hungry. So I ordered something from the hospital. I ordered a chicken sandwich from the hospital's little calf or whatever. And I ate it. And I was like, I'm like, my body, I'm like sitting here just in the bed, like, hold on. why am I not throwing up? Like, it was crazy. And I was like, this is wild. This is beyond me. Like, why am I not throwing up? And I was just so happy. You know, my whole family was praying for me. So like I said, by the grace of God, that just went away. And so I had my surgery. I'm still recovering from my surgery. It was a laparoscopically, if that's how you say it, where they insert 3 holes into your belly and they take your gallbladder out through one of the holes. So it's not an actual incision. So I forgot how to say it. Whatever. So I have a hole. Well, I had a hole right here, and one further down on my chest, on my stomach, and they're healing very slowly, but they're healing. So like that was that, and like it seemed like such a short time that all that stuff was going on, but while I was going through it, I swear, like it felt like it was never going to end. It was times I just literally just cried because I felt like it was nothing I could do. My boyfriend, he felt so bad. It was nothing he could do to help me. My mom, my dad. It was a lot. It was a lot. And you know, I watched videos about people who had hyperemesis. I read stuff, but it's just like every case was different. You know, one person said theirs lasted till 20 weeks, and so I was just like, oh my God, what if mine lasts that long? I'm just so thankful that it didn't. So happy that it didn't. Because I remember a lot of times during all that stuff going on medically, I felt guilty because my mind kept going back to the thought of, if I wasn't pregnant, I wouldn't be going through this. And it was just like, that's such a horrible thought to have, because at the end of the day, my baby's a blessing. Time-wise, you know, I could have waited. However, I was doing grown people's business, so I have a grown people's reaction, you know. So it was never, oh my God, where did this baby come from? You know, I knew what I was doing. I knew that was a risk that would be, you know, that was what I was taking. But it was just like, I was feeling guilty because I was just like, in my mind, I was thinking, oh, I'm going through all this because I'm pregnant. If I wasn't pregnant, I wouldn't be going through this. I did this to myself. And it was just like, that wasn't the right mindset to have with the stuff that was going on with me. And once I kicked that to the curb, it made me feel better. I was more appreciative. And when I tell you, my baby makes me just so, I feel so inspired, if that's the right word. Being a young mom already, it kind of inspires me to push so much harder, to the point where I've changed what I want to do in my life because I know this will help me and my child more, you know? And it's just like, this baby is making me grow up, and he's not even here yet. And I'm so happy, so happy. So I found out what he was, I want to say 2 weeks ago. We had went 4 weeks ago to find out, actually, because you could find out after 10 weeks with a blood test. And when I got my blood test taken, we thought that you could find out right then and there. But duh, you can't. So we had to wait 2 weeks. But we found out he was a boy. Of course, my boyfriend is psyched because he wanted a little boy. But oh my gosh, I can't. I keep saying I can't wait to see him, and it's so weird because like I'm so anxious, and I know I have so much more to go, like so much more time to go, but I cannot wait. I cannot, and it's just like this baby has put me, and it's changed me already so much, and it's just like I can't wait to just give him the world, like literally, and it's a lot. It's a feeling that I can't even explain sometimes. It's just amazing, like literally out of control. I never knew I could love someone so much without having even met them, and it's crazy. It's a love I can't even explain. It's whew. So I do want to take some time to answer some questions people have recently asked me about my pregnancy, since I'm young and all that jazz. So people have asked me how has it affected my friendships. I wasn't a really friendly person before. When I left to go to school, I only had like 2 or 3 friends back home that I spoke to, occasionally. So it wasn't, like I'm missing a whole big old circle of people. And I went to school, it was just me and my roommate who I was really cool with. And other than that, it was just my boyfriend who I spent all the time with. By the way, I got him to move up here to Indiana with me. So anyway, as far as friends go, I haven't had anyone negatively disapprove of my situation. Besides one person, and they were cut off immediately, because I don't need that. I really don't need the negativity. It's not anything that they could do to change my situation, nothing I could do to change my situation. So why sit here and entertain it? It's no reason to. As far as family, outside of my immediate family and then grandparents and things like that, I don't really have a huge family overall relationship, meaning I have aunts and uncles far off, but we don't really talk like that, and so it wasn't ever a situation where I was seeking their approval. However, the people who I didn't expect to hear from, I heard from, and they were supportive and they were praying for me, things like that, and it was just crazy to me. It was just crazy to me to hear that, because it's just like, we weren't that close, and I'm just, I'm expecting the worst. I come from a religious family, so I'm like, oh no, they're gonna be on me, I'm not married, I'm so young, blah, blah, blah. But no, like, they were praying for me. I got tons of messages, Facebook messages, how family is, they love Facebook. And I was pleasantly surprised, My boyfriend's family, they're okay. They didn't turn their back on him or anything like that. They just want to make sure he's doing good by me. He is. I love him to death. He has completely stepped up in ways that I couldn't even ask him to. He came up here within 2 weeks, got him a job. And it's just, he's happy with his job. He goes to work for more than 12 hours a day. And he grew up like that, and it's amazing to see the type of man he's becoming. And I'm so proud of him, and I cannot wait to see the type of father he's going to be, because I already know he's going to be great, And I cry a lot. That's another thing. I don't know what it is. I be home alone by myself. My parents be at work, my boyfriend's at work, so I be home alone. I be thinking about stuff. I just be like, dang, like, I'm not trying to sound fake or anything, but I am so blessed. Like, it's so many people in my situation whose family don't accept them, whose boyfriend isn't in the picture, who's doing this on their own, and I'm just blessed that I don't have to do that, And then I don't know what I would do about my family and my boyfriend, honestly. I love the support I'm getting. A lot of people, oh, you're not going to finish school. And these are people that weren't my friends. Like, people weren't friends, they weren't family, they were saying this about me. And I'm just like, you don't know me, You don't know me at all. Like, I hated school. Like, the baby wouldn't be the reason why I stopped going to school, because I stopped wanting to go to school. But, people who didn't know me were saying these things about me, and it was just like, at first I was like, oh, well, I felt the need to respond and entertain it, but then I'm like, they don't need to know what's going on with me. I know what's going on with me. My boyfriend knows. My baby knows. That's all that matters. My family, my parents, that's all that matters. And it's just like, I don't need to entertain the bullshit. It's no reason for me to. And, that's just that. I'm going to school, I'm going to do something that I love to do. And it's just like, sorry. And then going on to the school conversation, because I knew I wanted to throw that in there. I went to cosmetology school, and I love doing hair. It's just, I love doing hair to the point so much that when I went to college, my major was entrepreneurship because I wanted to open up my own salon. However, my situations kind of like changed my mind, and I'm just like, yeah, I love doing hair. I love doing makeup and all that stuff. However, starting off into the cosmetology field and you don't have a lot of clientele, you're not going to make a lot of money. And that's just being honest. You know, you can get into a good salon, but you might not have that clientele just yet. And I felt like I wanted to go into nursing. I felt that was stable enough, you know, raising the family. However, I just feel like I couldn't do that every day. And then I thought about something I could do every day. I love kids. I've always loved kids. I love all kids. And I just thought, why not turn that into a career? You know, why not take that love for children, that love for making children happy, taking care of children, make that into a career that I can actually see myself doing every single day. And so that's what I decided to do. That's what I'm going to be starting school for. It's going to be rough. It's going to be hard, but this is something I signed up for. Literally, you know. I'm due in October. October 28th to be exact, and I'm kind of hoping he's staying there a little bit longer so I have a Halloween baby. And my birthday is November 7th, so this is my early birthday present to myself. I'm so excited for all the things to come, and I plan to post more, you know, about my journey and other things and blah, 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 blah. But I just wanted to put a video out of what's been going on recently, since people ask me questions and people ask about me. I might as well put it out there myself. But yeah, I'm happy, and that's all that matters. My boyfriend's happy, my brothers and sisters are happy, I'm happy, my mom's happy, my dad's happy, and that's all that matters. So if you have any other questions about me and my baby or mine, you can feel free to comment below. No, but in all seriousness though, I appreciate you guys for watching this video. I do plan to post more, so subscribe. What's the little thing called? Turn my post notifications on, whatever you gotta do. I will try to make more. You guys can comment some content you want to see below. Don't ask for no baby clothes haul yet, because I haven't found too much yet. I just found out he was a boy, so I haven't bought too much stuff yet. But yeah, so I know I ain't buy a lot of stuff yet, but I did buy a little bit of stuff, and I will show it off because I'm happy at the prices I found it for. So here we go. I went to Lids Outlet, which is the best thing since sliced effing bread, and I got these little North Carolina socks. They're so cute. For $1. These Clemson Tiger socks for $1. These Mizzou socks for $1. These Kansas University socks, $1. So I'm gonna say toddler, but I'm gonna roll them up, make them little baby socks. So I'm gonna say infant. So yeah. I bought him this little Mets onesie. It's so cute. And this was actually $2 on the clearance rack. So racked up there. This was $1.98. And it's a little Rams onesie. This one is 3 to 6 months. He gonna grow into it, I don't care. And this one is 6 to 9 months, but it looks super small. Whatever. He gonna grow into it too. And this one, I got this one for my brother. My brother's favorite college is Oregon Ducks. And so it's a little duck on it. And it has a little bib. It's so cute. So that's my little mini haul. Sorry, I had to include that because it was so cute. Okay, there's that. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it. You guys have a great, fantastic, lovely day. And I'll see you guys later. Bye.